Okay, so today is day 56, I believe. It's also March 4th. So, where we are officially at, we got the app approved, my Calorie Simple calorie tracking app approved on I believe the 15th of February, 4 days before my birthday. And that happened, right? We got into the whole marketing phase right after that. It was a phase where it was like before the 15th, I was like, I was getting my app on the App Store and I was trying to get it approved by Apple. And it was a 2 week long process. And during that 2 weeks, I was like, dude, I'm going to focus on only getting it approved. I'm not going to focus on making ad campaigns in the background. I'm not going to do all that other stuff. I'm just going to focus on getting it approved. I got it approved. Once I got it approved, I started making ad campaigns. I started running money to the ad campaigns. I probably spent $300, like $250 on just running ads, which is not a lot of money, but it is out of my bank account, right? My personal money that I've earned, I invested in. And I mean, it didn't get me a whole lot of leads back, but it did teach me something that I wouldn't have known if I didn't spend that money already. And then the like late February came and I had a whole bunch of schoolwork. I had, a whole entire class that I needed to get done. Mind you, I do online school because I'm in between two states across the country. And I had a class that had popped up like last minute, but like the bar was like already pretty much complete and it popped out of nowhere. So I was like, oh shoot, I need to complete this class in 4 days. So every single day for that 4 days during the end of February, I worked so hard to get that class done. Got it done. I have all A's on all my classes, just barely. I have a 90.0. I have like a 94, a 92, and I think I can probably another like 91 or something. But there's that. And then right now I'm currently averaging 90 in my college classes as well. So I have a pretty high GPA there. And anyways, the end of February was very hectic as far as school goes. I didn't do a single bit of work pretty much that whole time. And I was really thinking mentally about where I was. And I was very, like dopamine wise, just drained because I've been doing homework every day, all day for like 3 days straight. And I wasn't doing any like business work. And I was just in my thoughts for like hours, just doing work that I didn't really want to do. So it drained my dopamine. And then after that finished, which is probably about, I want to say like 2 days ago from now, maybe 3 days by now, 2 or 3 days ago, I was like, okay, now I need to get back in the rhythm of like building my app still and like promoting it. And I was like, okay, well, instead of like doing my homework and finishing this class and just like letting it spend money every day to Facebook, I turned off the ad campaigns because I knew that they weren't making me any progress really. And I wasn't looking my eyes at the ad campaign the whole time that I was gone. So I didn't want to just mindlessly waste, $100. So I turned the ad campaign off and I was like, dude, screw this. I need to do this all the way. I need to do this right. And so what I did was I completely canceled the sales campaign, which the sales campaign is for like products, right? It's for like, I'm selling a hairbrush, right? I'm selling some shoes. I'm selling, some gummies or something physical, right? And I was trying to sell an app, and there's this thing called an app promotion campaign. And I wasn't using it because it was like very, like you had to like have an LLC, like you had to create a business, you had to make sure that it was published not only on App Store, but on my bad, on Facebook itself. Gosh, my bad. On Facebook itself too. And gosh, dang. Okay, I don't know what that was. But I had to post on Facebook too. And so I went through the hard struggle of getting that figured out. And I got TikTok figured out. I got Facebook figured out. So now we can officially pretty much run app promotion campaigns for both TikTok and Facebook. The only caveat is we have to wait until tomorrow to get the app approved, because when you do things that interfere with the app and like update the app's binary, which is like basically the code inside of it, you need to re-upload it as a new version to the App Store. And that takes at least 2 days depending on what day you submit it. Monday through Thursday, it's pretty quick. Friday through Sunday, it's pretty slow. So I submitted it, I think on Tuesday, so it should be done tomorrow evening. And we'll see if it gets approved. Once it gets approved, we'll start running ad campaigns. But I do not want to like just wait until the ads pop up, because the reality of it is I'm a broke teenager. I'm 17. I'm not making much money. I make less than $1,000 a month. And I'm trying to invest every dollar that I've earned back into this business. And me, mindlessly throwing money at Facebook ads to start off is not the most profitable way I could be doing things. I could take my time a little bit more and invest myself into making organic content, telling people for free to go download it on my social media platforms like this too. Go download Calorie Simple, and I could be taking advantage of that instead of like paying the shortcut, easy route and trying to do Facebook ads. I could also pay creators that are already making videos that I would have been making if I had the time to promote my app themselves. But that's the hard part. Creators are the most profitable, like influencers are the most profitable people to pay. But the issue is that it's hard to reach out to them. You can't find their email anywhere. People, have been DMing them and messaging them throughout their whole entire social media career. So it's not like they're gonna like respond out of nowhere to like some business DM. And I've tried to find like email scrapers to be able to find the emails of these creators a lot easier. But I can't find one that works, or at least one that I don't have to pay for. And so I'm just like going to each person's channel, and if they have an email, I'm copying it and I'm saving it. And if they don't have an email, I'm just copying their YouTube URL. So maybe hopefully I can like go and find their Instagram or their TikTok and like DM them there, or find their email there, or just simply comment on their most recent video asking them to, give me their most recent email. But I was watching Zach Hardy, I think that's how you say his name. He's 19 now, and he was the founder, the maker of Cal AI, and he just sold that app for probably over $50 million to MyFitnessPal. And that's a blessing in my eyes. For me, obviously, I don't know if I'm looking to like make $30 million a year with this app. But in my mind, I think that the competitors that would have been taking my market share are now going to kind of die off now that MyFitnessPal is in charge of it, instead of a 19-year-old that actually is young and more aware and knows what he's doing. In my opinion, that might sound crazy, but I think MyFitnessPal is a super boring, bland looking app, and Cal.ai is way better. So now that MyFitnessPal has acquired Cal.ai, I think that's a lot better for me. Now, he told me about how, or he was on a podcast and he talked about how the most profitable thing to get him started off was influencers, obviously. But he was also saying that like influencers were like basically influencers was the most profitable thing. They got him the first couple $1,000s a month, the first $1 million a month, and paid ads were the kind of the second thing. And he didn't focus much on paid ads, honestly. He mainly focused on just finding the right creators. And I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah, he talked about that on that podcast. Oh, he had a affiliate program for Cal.ai and currently does, so that anybody like you or me could go to the Cal.ai affiliate program and could get an affiliate link. And if they get people to download the app with their affiliate link, that person makes money. And I kind of have that same thing going, but I'm not like pushing people to go there. I'm kind of like asking people to come to it. So yeah, but right now we currently only still have one creator. I currently have 22 free users that are, for the most part, none of them are active anymore. And I posted 3 TikToks last night, and 3 Instagram, the same videos for Instagram. And for some reason, this is super weird, but like all 3 TikToks got like under 100 views, like still have under 100 views. But I still have faith in them doing something, because I think there was an update with the algorithm as far as TikTok goes, somewhat recently. And also, I remember the last few videos that I posted didn't give me anything for like a good 3 or 4 days. So I think that they could like have potential growing over time. So I'm going to make some videos tonight after I get off this for TikTok and Instagram, promoting the app, giving value, growing my personal brand, trying to really promote the app though. And Then I'm gonna try to like not make videos mostly in the night because like I don't want my background, my setting to be mainly my room. I want it to be like outside or in the gym or wherever, just naturally authentic. So yeah, but also like I said, I scraped the emails off of a lot of Facebook people today, and I was trying to scrape some, DM like some people off Instagram, but I was like, dude, Instagram, it's really not the best place in my opinion. I'm not on Instagram. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube, and I feel like the more high quality people are on YouTube, and I feel like TikTok is really good, and I feel like Instagram is kind of like people only use the homepage for their close friends, and so I don't know if Instagram is the best way to go. And I was also following a couple of accounts that promoted their own app, and they were using like this 3D like muscle model. I don't know how to explain that, but it's basically like this really jacked like 3D image of like red muscle fibers like the whole body, and it was doing exercises, and I got a lot of likes per video. And I was thinking like I still have a Higgsfield subscription that probably renews in like only 15 days from now, and I still have 80% of my credits. And so I was thinking like, what if I made my own version of this and started posting these videos on my account? Like I don't think it'd be that hard, and it would fill the gap for Instagram in my opinion, and it could, you know, make a means of a organic source of traffic, besides myself telling people to go download it. And I think it has more potential. So I think I might try to experiment with that. Obviously, I'm gonna have to post a few of those videos for the right audience to see that video, and then have it become, more tailored to those people so that it has a potential to blow up. Like if I post a really, really good video with that 3D muscle model, the first video, no matter how good it is not gonna get the most views because my audience isn't like calibrated for those people yet. So I'm probably gonna have to post a few of those videos before I do anything, but I think the main focus is just every day looking for people on YouTube and TikTok, and I guess even Instagram, to just pay to just promote the app. And I think the biggest thing right now is I have this guy that is posting videos. I'm paying him $25 a week, and I'm paying him, and it's pretty good, but he's not showing the app in any of his videos. He's just putting it in the bio, which is annoying, but I mean, I told him to promote it however he thinks would promote best. I think he's only in it for like putting the link in his bio for like a couple times a week and then getting $25 out of it, versus like putting an effort to like show the phone screen in the video and show the app in the slideshow. But I mean, I told him like, dude, the more app installs you give me, the more I give you on top of everything else. So if he doesn't want to show the app, he doesn't want to show the app, but I'm only going to pay him $25 a week. And so yeah, tomorrow I'm going to wake up for work. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to make some more money, and I want to buy some AirPods so that I can like be more subtle and discreet about listening to music without having to put the AirPod Maxes on all the time. Just in settings like out in public, or whether I'm at work, I want to like sneak an AirPod in to like listen to some music real quick, or listen to a video, so I can do work in general, like business work, but also like listen to music at the same time. And then like, I don't know, like sometimes just AirPods are nice to have, I wouldn't use them like I used to use them. I think I'd prioritize the AirPod Maxes. Anyways, I'm yapping right now. I think that I've become more aligned in the last few days after my homework, because I used to feel like so overwhelmed, like thinking about the future, like asking myself, why don't I feel content? Like, why don't I feel like my future could be great? Like, I couldn't realistically see myself in the future having this app be something like revolutionary to my life. And a lot of people were telling me like, you need to be delusional, you need to believe you just need to believe. And I'm just such a realistic person, and I want to try so hard, but I've just grown up like so like based around like logical thinking, and it's hard for me even when I try. So I'm continually trying. I'm not giving up on that, obviously. But either way, it's hard for me. And I know that it's only been like 2 months, and like nothing has happened yet, and nothing should happen for a couple more months. I should stick in it for the long haul, but it's tough, not gonna lie. Anyways, I think this is day 66. Yeah, and this is day 3 into being basically alone at the house. As far as like my mental state on the business, I finally took action in like DMing creators and like, moving the needle with the marketing tactics. And I feel like I'm moving in a good direction. I feel confident about it. I feel like I just needed to like push myself into that bubble, past that wall that was like, oh, I want to just procrastinate. I don't want to have to jump into, creator outreach, because I know that's going to be a whole different chapter and it's going to be annoying. But I just did it today, and I was like, oh shoot, this was annoying, but I found ways to make it easier. And now I'm in it. Now I can do it a lot easier. And so I'm going to continue to do it. And so, at this point, it's just finding the right people, making the right DMs to those people, and continually doing that day after day, and getting a routine, and making some more deals with some more people, paying those deals out, making sure that they're promoting the content, the app in the right way. And then, starting up Facebook ads again and TikTok ads soon enough. And I mean, I think honestly, the biggest needle mover is just making the app more seamless. Recently, I've integrated an Apple sign-in button and a Google sign-in button, and they both aren't working yet. The Apple sign-in button requires a rebuild in Xcode, and the Google sign-in button requires like a couple hours before the link is properly configured. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to like work on that, but I'm making it more seamless. The questionnaire is flawless, in my opinion. The sign-in page is really getting good. The app in general is very, very, very good. The onboarding tutorial is amazing. The paywalls are amazing. The app features work amazing. The simplicity of everything is great. I'm very confident in it, and I myself would use it every single day. I think it's just a matter of like getting it to the point where it's like completely like usable, like error free, like people can use all the features like perfectly. As of right now, I have one thing that blocks that goal from passing, and it's super easy to fix. I just haven't yet because I haven't started marketing it like really high level yet. And that is just getting a little like weight slider, the scale weight slider, like 65 pounds, 63 pounds, 68 pounds, getting that to like work, because right now it doesn't work like finger touch slide. It only works like by clicking each section on the timeline, which is annoying. So I'm going to fix that, and then I'm going to outreach to creators. And I think that's the biggest needle mover. That's where I'm going to probably get the most experience. And then every day I'm going to make more money in my job. I'm going to reinvest it back into Facebook ads. And we're going to continually test new ads as much as possible, different angles. My goal is, as far as Facebook goes and paid ads goes, just learning marketing in that category as well as I can. Taking advantage of the fact that I'm only using $25 a day, and that I'm paying $25 a day every single day for months on end. And like actually have the option and availability to use Higgsfield ads, AI ads, to my advantage, and make my own, and really see what works better than other things and what doesn't. And including app videos in more of my content, and for the most part, even just growing my personal brand on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. So yeah, last thing I'll say is, last night I was thinking about how I couldn't envision myself in the future, like really seeing this app change my life, like change the future of my life in 2 years. I couldn't see it. And it wasn't because like I didn't like want to see it. And I don't think it was because it's not possible. I think it was because it just like doesn't seem super certain. How do I explain that? Like, I feel like I'm not going to give this up. I feel like this is going to be a long-term thing. And I feel like I'm going to be very faithful with this. And there's no way that this could just die out. You know, it's an app on my phone. There's no way this could die out. But, like, I'm at the end of my junior year. Soon enough, it's going to become April. Things are going to start to warm up. People are going to be starting to do more stuff. I'm going to get invited to more things, like hangouts, like golf, like moving back to Idaho. And things are going to be more, like, people and things are going to ask more of me. And I'm going to have less time to focus on the business. And unless I see, like, success that makes me, like, naturally have, like, value every day and makes me naturally show up every day, it's going to be really hard for me to just do that without any success and without, you know, anything, any progress. Because as of right now, imagine this, you know, you're making $100 a day working, what, like 9 hours a day. Like, I think that's at $12 an hour every single day. You're waking up at 6 in the morning, you know, and you're getting done at 4, and you're making $100 a day as a 17-year-old. And, you know, then you're figuring out how to promote the app, get it on the App Store. You get rejected 6 times. You need to, you know, configure everything properly so that the app campaign, promotion campaigns can work. You email and DM, scrape emails and DM like hundreds of creators. You spend hundreds of dollars every single, you know, month, every single week on Facebook ads. And all this you're putting in, and all this hard time, all this effort, all this money you've earned, and you're not seeing any return. Like, that's hard to take for a long time. And so unless I see like results, like promising results, by like the end of May, June, it's going to be hard for me to stay on track. I'm going to, no matter what, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. But yeah, like this summer, it's heating up. People are going to be asking more of me. And then the summer's happening. I'm moving to Idaho, so that's going to be a whole different thing. And then all of senior year, I'm still for the most part online, but I'm in Idaho, so things are going to be very, very boring. And my life is just going to kind of change day to day with a routine, with my family, with the people around me. And that's going to be interesting. And then after that, I mean, there's just like college, you know, the end of high school. And I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. If I make it to July, I will have some sort of success that, you know, is promising enough to push me through my senior year. And so if I can make it to July, which is March, April, May, June, July, which is 5 months from now, which is about, I think, like 200 something days, like 210 days or something in total during my business journey. Unless I make it till then, I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's going to be a tough process. I'm just going to keep reaching out. I'm going to keep updating y'all every day. It's only been 2 months. It's going to be 8 months soon enough, and we're going to see where we're at. Day 66. Peace out.